In 1950, the United States government did something unusual. Instead of quietly searching for criminals, they published a list of the most dangerous fugitives in America. Their faces appeared in newspapers across the country. Posters went up in post offices, police stations, and train terminals. And suddenly, millions of ordinary citizens became part of a nationwide manhunt. This was the birth of the 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list, created by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. But surprisingly, the idea didn't start inside the FBI. It started with a simple question from a journalist. Tonight, we explore the fascinating story behind one of the most famous criminal tracking systems in history. In 1949, a reporter named William Kinsey Hutchinson from International News Service asked a simple question. He contacted the director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover. His question was straightforward: who are the most dangerous fugitives in America? Hoover provided a list of criminals. The newspaper published the story. And something unexpected happened. The public loved it. People became fascinated with the idea of a top 10 list of criminals. The article spread quickly across the country. Hoover noticed the public interest. And he realized something powerful. What if the public could help catch fugitives? On March 14, 1950, the FBI officially launched the program. It was called the 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. For the first time in history, a national law enforcement agency asked the public to help track down dangerous criminals. Photographs and descriptions were released. Newspapers printed them, police departments displayed them, and suddenly, criminals weren't just hiding from the FBI. They were hiding from the entire country. The first criminal ever placed on the list was Thomas James Holden. He was a bank robber. But his crimes went further. He had already killed a police officer during a robbery. Holden managed to escape prison and disappear. For years, authorities couldn't find him. But after appearing on the FBI's most wanted list, his face was everywhere, and eventually, the public spotted him. In 1951, Holden was captured. The experiment had worked. Over the decades, the FBI's most wanted list became one of the most famous tools in law enforcement. More than 500 fugitives have appeared on the list. And remarkably, most of them were captured because of tips from ordinary citizens. People recognized faces in restaurants, on the street, or in small towns. Some fugitives were caught within hours of being added. Others stayed on the list for years. But the message was clear. If you were on that list, your chances of escape were shrinking. Over the years, some notorious criminals appeared on the list. One of the most famous was James Whitey Bulger, a powerful Boston crime boss who spent 16 years on the run. Another was Osama bin Laden, who was placed on the FBI's most wanted list after the 1998 embassy bombings. These cases showed the global reach of the program. The list was no longer just about American criminals. It had become a symbol of international justice. The genius of the most wanted list was simple. It turned the public into investigators. Millions of eyes became part of the search. Before the internet, this was one of the most powerful tools law enforcement had. And even today, in the age of digital surveillance and AI, public tips remain essential. Sometimes the most powerful technology is still human recognition. Today, the FBI's most wanted list is still active. New fugitives are added, new criminals are captured, but the idea remains the same as it was in 1950. Crime may hide in the shadows. But sometimes, all it takes is one person recognizing a face. And suddenly, a fugitive's long escape comes to an end.